Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights 2. While Slan is standing creepily behind me, so very close to me, I have decided to go this way first. Let's do that. And there's a room here, which I think we've been in before. Skeletal corpse, there's something that I need to loot here. No items or gold, anything, okay. Waste of time. Let's continue. So, what you guys think behind this door? I saw something. Let me track. I can't really see them on the map. But let's get my rapid shot on and track off. And let's make Kelgar open the door. Not that he can.
Looks like this lock needs some special attention.
You come here, you're the archer. You open the door. Oh, they want to talk. Okay, let's talk. Hello? Hi? Sergeant? Warrior? Warrior. Okay, let's talk to this sergeant. Lizard folk sergeant. Slan, why you bring warmbloods here? Slan says, these warmbloods different. Fight well, have honor. Slan, bring them to see chief. Lizard folk sergeant says, you bring them to our chief. Slan has been lied to by warmbloods. They will kill Slan, kill chief, kill us all. No, I actually just want to talk to him. And here my journal updated. And Lizard folk sergeant says we must go warn clan, be ready if warmbloods fight. And Slan says, Slan honors bargain. You save Slan's warriors, Slan now takes you to chief. We go. Sure, let's do that. It went well at the beginning of the game when I was in the ruins of West Harbor. Let's try this again. Okay, I don't want to fight that.
You bring these warm bloods to our lair? Why?
They say Slan's warriors fought with Slan against the dead who walk. In return, only ask to speak to chief, and Slan honors bargain.
That's true.
Plan is foolish, but bargain cannot be broken. What do you want, warm blood?
Let's talk. Yeah, let's ask why. Why have you been attacking the villagers and their boats?
Humans need boats to walk on water. If we break boats, humans go away.
What do you mean go away? What are you talking about?
Warmbloods think all lizard folk are the same. Always want to kill us. Clan not interested in warmbloods, but not want to take risk. We must chase them from our land.
Okay, that's what you want to do. But let's try. Maybe if we kind of offer them something, they will agree to live in peace, close to the people. Humans, I think.
Warmbloods in village will always cause trouble. The clan must make them leave.
So actually villagers come here to disturb you? Maybe? So if the village agrees to stay away, you'll stop the
We not
attacks?
trust humans, and clan not big enough to attack. Maybe humans go away if we break boats.
No, they won't. I can convince the village to leave you in peace. Diplomacy, bluff. I have a lot of influence in the village. They will listen to me. If you continue the attacks, they will eventually find you. Let's try diplomacy. I can convince the village to leave you in peace.
Chief not believe you. You lie like humans.
No, I didn't. What if I lie? I have a lot of influence in village. They will listen to me.
Chief not believe you. You lie like humans.
Okay. But they will eventually come and find you and attack you if you continue to do
Clan
this.
will then defend its home. Humans will suffer.
Come on. And you are willing to risk this? Your entire tribe?
You speak as wise clan shaman. Chief stop attacks if humans not hurt lizard folk. But if humans break promise...
Well, after I go to Neverwinter, if they do it, they are going to deal with it themselves. So I hope that they will keep their promise until I go to Neverwinter. Or maybe you will let the village elder know so he can stop it.
Chief trusting you. Do not fail or Warmbloods will suffer. Go now.
I hope you know what you're doing. You may have talked down that lizard, but you don't know if the village elder will go for it.
I think I can convince him. I hope so.
The important thing is that we have come halfway in this, which is more than the villagers were willing to do. There is enough room in Highcliff for both tribes, lizardmen and villagers.
Trust me, if you were able to get this tribe to listen to you, the elder should be no problem.
We should have just stormed this place and settled the matter. But can't change that now, though, can we?
No, not really. But I wanted to loot. No. Okay, back in Highcliff. Let's go and find. Oh, did I? What was I going to find for you? Let me just back pay. I think I found that. Let's talk to him. Moza says, "Good to see you still in one piece. Any sign of my employers?" Okay, I remember now. They were killed by an evil cleric and raised as his undead minions. Here's the pay they had set aside for you. I'm sorry. He says, "Really? How awful. I wouldn't wish that on anyone." Me too. Here, take some of the gold for yourself. You earned it. He already gave us what he wanted to give, so I'm not going to ask for more, but I'm not going to deny all the gold also, so thank you. I need to be going now. He says, "Well, thanks for the help. I'm off. May your journey go well." Thank you. Where was the chief now? Let me see. There was a woman who wanted her husband back. Let's talk to her first. I think it was Junie, was it right? We will see now if it's her. Junie says, "I don't see William with you. Have you not found him yet?" I'm going to tell the truth, by the way, because that man should have told this to this woman himself before leaving or doing whatever. So William's alive, but he refuses to come back. He was running away from you. And she says, "Running from me? The man has responsibilities. He can't just walk away from them." You know, woman, I told him the same thing, that he has children, even though he may not want to be your husband anymore. He had children with you, so... But... yeah, he already did. I'm sorry. She says, "Where is he? Where is that coward? To think that I was so worried about his well-being." He has a camp near Highcliff Castle. She says, "Oh, he is? Is he? Thank you for being honest with me. It's more than what coward would grant me, I know. Here, take this. I think that you've told me is worth the gold. I'll I'll be beating the money out of William's hide when I find him. Oh boy. She says, now if you'll excuse me, I have a wayward husband to catch. Neshka says, poor William, even if he made a run for Icewind Dale, it still wouldn't be far enough. Anyway, what reward did we get? Can I see? Calgar says, old William got what was coming to him. Wouldn't catch some dwarf husband scuttling off like that, hiding from his wife. And Eleni says, it wouldn't have been best if William had simply had the courage to tell her on his own. Yes, I agree, yes. And she continues, if you love someone, you tell them your feelings. If not, you still owe them the same courtesy. I very, very strongly agree, Eleni, really. That's what you owe to someone you spent years with or time with. That even if you don't love them anymore, you owe them that. I believe that. Okay, was there any other quests here? Adventurous children. Ah, whose children was this? There was someone, Elder Main, who I need to talk to about that. You just hope they've been frightened enough to listen to you. Where are the boys? Maybe we can talk to the elder about them. Let's try. Elder Main says, have you any news regarding the lizard folk? The lizard folk have a deal they want to make with you. Yes, that's it. He says you cannot trust these beasts. They have just enough intelligence to avoid killing their own young. But I will listen. What do they want? Okay, I only have one option anyway. They've agreed to leave Highcliffe alone if the village agrees to not trespass into their territory. Elder Main says, how were we to know that our village was so close to their lair? Surely it would be easier if they were to find another home along the coast. The thought of a lizardman clan living so close to our village. I don't like this. Yes, this first option that they actually just want to be left alone, I think it's true. They just want peace. They just want to live without being disturbed by humans. So I think you can grant them this, right? Yeah. He says, their word may be good enough for you, but I and this village will have to live or die by such a decision. I will try my diplomacy option. I found their chieftain to be reasonable and honorable. He will hold up his end of the bargain. Ooh, I succeeded! But I got loveful points again. Why? I am not the loveful one here. It's the chief that I'm talking that is loveful. I don't understand this. Okay. So I succeeded. Let's read. He says, I shall trust your judgment on this. You have already done more for my village than I could ever hope for. Forgive me for my obstinance. It is the weakness of an old man. Yeah, I need to go. Leave for Neverwinter. He says, of course, I shall ensure that every man we can spare will help with repairs to the Double Eagle. Yay! Oh, we're already down. Alright. And there are some people here. Gera? Oh, they wanted to have their children back. Where are the children? Aren't they here? Thank you so much for finding the boys. Andrew just returned home. Second and I owe you so much. Yes, again, you've shown me the meaning of courage. Ilmater bless you. Alright. Yeah, I'm just glad that they're safe. And Zaken says Andrew shall be raised to have the same honor and character that you possess. He will learn from your deeds. Yeah, are you sure that's a good idea? Because they wanted to do that because of this kind of behavior. Are you sure it's a good idea? He says, I don't understand. What do you mean by that? From talking with the children, it sounds as though you've been telling them tales. It's the stories that you've been telling him. Your stories, I should kill you before... Oof! Put any more ideas into the children's heads. You told your son that I killed 1,000 dark dwarves. It's the stories, man. Stop them, or just tell children that it's not possible for children to do the same things. And Gera says, and just what have you been telling him, Zaken? Zaken says, this is rather embarrassing. I want my son to grow up with the courage that I lack. I was hoping that he'd find in you a role model. Gera says, Zaken, you fool. Do you truly believe that of yourself? The two of us are going to need to have a little talk. Okay. Look at this option. If you're going to tell them stories, at least say it was 2,000 lizard men with dark dwarves riding on their shoulders. Yeah, tell them the actual stories about me. Yeah, maybe. I will try to be more prudent with my tales in the future. Okay, do that. Zaken says, please accept this gift from the two of us. We are forever in your debt. Okay. Thank you. Zaken says, this amulet was handed down to my father and from my father to myself. It has not seen any use for 3 generations now. I entrust it to you. We don't take up any more of your time. Thank you again for bringing Andrew back. You will forever be in our prayers. Alright, that was nice. I found the parents too, and now I think I can just leave for Neverwinter, right? But Elder is here now. Maybe I should talk to him too. Should I? Elder Main says, ah, there you are. We took up a collection here in the village and have a surprise for you. There's enough there to pay for your passage to Neverwinter. It is not a lot, but you've done so much that we had to find some way to show our appreciation. I also like you to have this armor. It's been in our village for generations and hasn't seen much action. I thought you might be able to put it to better use. Thank you very much. That's quite generous of you. Eldermane says, humble rewards from a grateful village. Thank you again. Now I believe you have a ship to board. Safe travels to you. Alright. Yes, let's go. I'm curious to see Neverwinter again. I mean, after the first game. And Calgar says, my stomach's already started churning. How long is this trip? And Eleni says, oh, do be quiet, Calgar. Enjoy the waves while you can. Nishka says, I'll say, and it will be nice to travel without being hunted for once. Oh, we're going already. Or not?
The shard you have found, show it to me.
Yes, Sierra? Sierra? Is that what you sought?
No, it is much more. Forget the betrayer, forget our vengeance. These shards, they must all be found. Whatever forces you need, we shall grant you, but these shards must be ours.
Of course, Sierra. It shall be done.
Who's the betrayer? More cutscene.
Dalrin. Lord Dalrin now, I hear.
Who's there?
Come now, you remember? Has it really been so long?
You... But you died at the battle at West Harbor.
Delayed, perhaps. My imprisonment was most distressing. But dead? Now how could I die with so much left unfinished?
Isn't that the mage at the trailer?
There is so much more left to do.
Too bad for the guy. Okay. Neverwinter?
So this is Neverwinter? Suppose it's passable for a city built by humans. Can't say I care for it though. You want a proper city, you build down, not up.
This place feels unnatural. The wood and stone, it's as if they've been silenced.
I wish you'd both be silent. The entire trip was just one long whine from the two of you. Oh, me stomach feels funny. This boat rocks like a baby's cradle. This water is so unnatural and deep, not like the swamp of dead people I grew up in. Not that I've got great memories of this place, but it's home. So, where are we going first?
Let's go and find my uncle directly, and then maybe we can go for other side quests or anything through the city, but let's go for my uncle first. Yeah, my uncle's in
Not sure I can
close by.
stomach any
Let's
food
head
yet.
there first.
A stiff drink and a good tavern brawl. On the other hand, I say lead the way. Besides, I'd welcome a stable bed after being trapped on that filthy excuse for a boat.
Okay, let's look at the map. So we are here and Sunken Flagon. Was that? Let me check my journal. Where's my main quest? Why can't I? Give me a minute, guys. Reporting for duty. Okay. Yes, Sunken Flagon. Okay, sorry, I just couldn't see. Alright. It's the Sunken Flagon that I need to go, and it's just all right over there. Huh. Okay. Let's just get in. It's this, okay. Yay. Let's just give this a save. Sunken Flagon, let's say. Zoom. Let's go. Hello. Oh, what just happened? I'm alone now. You guys are just going to stand there. There are some people in here. Okay. Who are you? Duncan. You're my uncle. Okay. Okay. Let's talk.
Luna, what can I do for you? Bit of venom for the belly, perhaps? Or maybe a tankard or two to shave the edge off your day.
I'm looking for my Uncle Duncan.
That sounds a bit familiar. If you're here to collect on some debt, I'll tell you that Duncan's a drunk fool without 2 coppers to his name.
You mean you? It was written on your head, your name. Dagon sent me.
Eh? So the time's come, has it? Trouble's chasing on your heels, and you barely know why. Suppose Dagon told you less than half of what you need to know, then sent you packing. Don't take it hard. Done it to me twice in my life. All for good reason. I can probably guess why you're here, but why don't you go ahead and tell me anyway?
Okay. Dagon told me to seek you out, that you might know something of the silver shards recovered from the battle at West Harbor.
Oh, did he? Nothing more than I did years ago. Plain silver near as we could tell. You and those shards were all that were left of that West Harbor battle.
Duncan, I thought you said that shard was magic, didn't you?
Trace of an enchantment on it is what that eel sand said. but nothing of importance. Probably residue from demon's fire, or maybe wizard magic.
Demon's fire? Sounds important to me.
And that, Sal, is why you are cleaning tables and I own this place. Those shards were magic, yes, a trace. But again, it was sand. And he's a fool. Anyway, barely worth mentioning. More sentimental value than anything else. That really why you came all this way? To hear about your mother?
Oh. Do you know about her? So, what does my mother have to do with this?
Yeah, your mother, Esmeril. Since you were asking about the shards. What, Dagon's still keeping that inside?
Mm-hmm.
It's a wonder he doesn't crack down the middle. But you know, I have no call to say that. I think that's why he buried that first shard. And gave the other one to me.
So, how is it related to my mother? Just please tell me.
I think you might have been better off being raised by wolves if Dagon didn't share that. There's a lot I'm sure he never told you. But listen, it's his place to tell you, not mine. He'll tell you when he's ready, I think. But it's best you hear it from him. Let's stick to the shards for now.
Okay. Who sent?
A hedge wizard. Somehow set up shop on the docks. But it's telling enough he can only run a business down here in the crack of Neverwinter. Got a dry wit, and he'll always rub you the wrong way. So his name's well chosen. Still, I suppose I trust him enough. And having a wizard close by certainly tends to keep fools from causing too much trouble. Well, me and Dagon took the shard to him back when he lived in the merchant quarter. Before his run of bad luck. Okay. But he couldn't get much from it. Just faint traces.
So, can I see this other shard?
Here. I've always kept it close for some reason. Didn't want to leave it out of my sight. Seemed unremarkable. But I find that sometimes time will tell. Had Sand examine it a long time ago, but he turned up nothing.
Maybe with two of them close, he might get a better reading from it?
Well, it's worth a shot. But don't pay him any coin in advance, that's all I'll say. In fact, that viper would be best off.
Ah, it seems I've arrived just in time to deflect the usual barrage of slander from the local innkeeper.
Sand.
Yes, it is good to see you're still sober enough to recognize me, Duncan. Past the stale beer, vinegar, faint sweat, failed aspirations, unwashed tunic.
You're smelling too much.
I thought perhaps you had already had one tankard too many for the day, but... Why, your guest here has the smell of a harbonin about them. Faint, but there...
Stop smelling me!
I thought Duncan was keeping company too good for him. Now I see I was right. Duncan, you could learn a few things from your guest.
Still passing off those 2 copper fairweather charms to the local Sand?
You have no appreciation for my talents, and after all I've done for you. To think you could survive a fortnight without my ale purgative. Why, you would be buried in the tombs with the rest of the Neverwinter traitors. A betrayer of barkeepers everywhere. But enough about you and your adventurous exploits on the tavern floor. I heard my name mentioned, and oddly enough, almost in a tone that suggested I could help.
This here's kin.
I'm not really seeing the family resemblance.
And we need your help concerning the shard. Both of them.
Shard? That chunk of silver you showed me so long ago? I do hope you're not going to try to pawn it to me again. I am no longer interested. Besides, as I recall, you said the piece of junk had sentimental value, which upon viewing your establishment is perfectly understandable. Besides, didn't your uncle or cousin or brother or whatever make off with the other shard? I thought you only had one now.
Nope.
It found its way back, so to speak. We need you to look at both of them again. Properly this time.
Oh, very well. Give them here and let me see what my keen arcane senses can determine.
Alright. Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, it seems to have some resentment to being scryed.
So.
That is quite different than last time. Are you sure these are the same shards? The power in them. Why, it's definitely stronger than last time. Much stronger.
Oh, so now they're magical. I'm not paying you for 2 failed divinations, you charlatan.
It's not a matter of divination, you one-tankard drunk. There is something about these shards. Without knowing their history, even my considerable talents cannot unlock their mysteries.
So what are you going to do then? Are there any wizards or mages that could help us?
Taking them to any other wizard in town would be useless until we learn more about their past. You need a sage, and you need them examined quickly, so...
So? By the way, how could you not sense the magic in those shards? I can tell just by holding them?
Because he's incompetent?
Duncan, the more I speak to your kin here, it's evident where the sense in the family went. Since you seem to have been given all the brains of the family, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. But I do know the shards did not have the same strength the first time I examined them. There could be something about you that causes them to resonate, but I have no idea why that would be.
Okay. So, who would know about the shard's history? Is there anyone?
You could try and speak to Algernon, but I don't think you'd have much luck reaching him. The Black Lake District is closed down.
Why?
Algernon lives in the Black Lake District, you see, and now he's trapped there. The watch has it locked tight. No one going in or out, no messages in or out, even for the nobles that used to live there. Quite cryptic, really.
But why? Why, yes.
I heard about that. Lord Dalrin was killed, wasn't he? I've heard rumors, but no official word of what happened.
As have I. Not only are the Watch not talking about it, but they even called in the Cloak Tower mages to investigate, which means sorcery or demons were at work.
Ooh.
Demons? Closest I've ever come to demons is Dagon's tales about the battles down south near West Harbor, when there was that trouble with the King of Shadows.
Oh, can it be that the cutscene that we just saw, a wizard killing a noble? Yeah, tell me about this King of Shadows.
Some sorcerer, I believe, had a number of demons and shadows at his beck and call. Not many tales left about that period of Neverwinter history, oddly enough.
But you say this Algernon might know more, Sand?
Well, if you're not a member of the Watch, or know a secret route into Black Lake, then you're out of luck. So it seems like you have no choice but to let me examine the shards at my leisure. I'll need to hold on to them, of course.
Wait, Watch or secret route? Not bad ideas. Either way the coin lands. Hell, there's Marshal Cormac. He's currently at the City Watch Post.
Okay.
And I know he's in bad need of an extra sword arm down at the docks.
He actually owes me. Maybe he will help us. Yes, sure. Cormac from Fort Lock?
Yes, I heard he got back to Neverwinter recently. Surprised he even made it with the troubles I've heard around Fort Lock.
Trust me, you don't know the half of it.
Cormac's a harborman too. And folks of the harbor are as close to kin as you can get out of the mare. He might be able to take you into the Watch. And from there, speaking to Algernon shouldn't be too hard.
Okay. But yeah, joining the Watch.
Then you need to find another route into the Black Lake District. And that means dealing with other folks that try to control the docks. Moya and her gang.
Oh, there's an idea, Duncan. They probably were behind the Watch closing the Black Lake District in the first place.
I don't know. But I guess I'll prefer the Watch in this case. Not my first choice, but if I had to speak to her, how would I?
Well, she's got thugs all over the docks. But finding one who can get you to her?
There's Caleb. He used to try to get me to pay him gold for protection before I told him about the wards I'd inscribed on the building that caged the Guardian Elementals. Long story, but quick resolution.
Okay.
Caleb, maybe. But I don't trust that harbor rat to give you a fair deal. And the price will be steep, in bodies or coin. He doesn't like being the only one with blood on his hands.
Doesn't sound like someone we should put our faith in.
Obviously, you've never dealt with the Watch in Neverwinter, Kelgar. Dealing with Caleb is probably our best chance.
For you, yes.
The chances are simply talking to Caleb will make you want to kill him, so it seems a clear win to me. If you do speak to him, though, be sure to do it downwind.
Okay. Yeah, I know that the City Watch isn't the place for me, but also I don't really want to join a gang because I probably have to do their dirty work. I don't want to do that. Yeah, so joining the Watch, upholding the law, or descending into crime.
That's pretty much how it stands. You can find Cormac in the watch post near the Dolphin Bridge that leads to the Merchant Quarter.
Okay.
He needs help, so it shouldn't be much of a tough sell to join up.
Caleb should be lounging around the corner east along the main road. Just follow the smell. If you want to join with him, he'll probably ask you to hurt or kill someone, so be warned.
I'll mark both on your map. Help you get your bearings.
Well, you can certainly find your way into trouble from here. Me, I will head back to my lonely merchant existence. Should you need my expertise, simply ask. But just in case, bring a great deal of gold as well.
Maybe?
Well, there you have it. Talk to Caleb or Cormac. Cormac is at the watch post near the Dolphin Bridge. Caleb should be lounging down the street east along the main road. With that sword arm of yours, I know the watch would love to put a uniform on you and have you pound some sense into the local hooligans. Though if you're looking to get into Black Lake, I'm sure Caleb has a faster solution in hand. That is, if you haven't too many qualms about using your muscle for him. But while you're here, feel free to make yourself at home. Also, any friend of yours is a friend of mine. Your companions are welcome to stay here as well. Even if you're off on some other journey like the one that sent you here. They're all welcome to make themselves at home whenever they're not traveling with you.
Okay.
That way you'll know where to find them if you need their help later. Sound good?
Good, okay. But yeah, I have more questions that I can ask to you, so let's do that. Did anyone ever come hunting for your shard?
No, not that I know of. I mean, I've kept it in the back for years. Barely even thought about it till now. It is odd that they seem to be after yours. Maybe there's something different about the one you have compared to mine. But then again, my shard didn't have any traces of magic until yours showed up.
So can you tell me anything about what happened in Black Lake?
Well, there's been some tales floating around that a nobleman, Lord Gentry, was murdered there. But the watch isn't saying much. Either because they don't want to spread tales or they don't know much. There may have even been more troubles, but I haven't heard. Either way, Black Lake's locked up tight. You won't be able to get in unless you're a trusted member of the Watch.
Okay.
Or a really good thief that runs with the right circles.
Okay, I know that. So San said something about demons or sorcery being involved in the murders,
Well, I don't know about that, but if the Cloak Tower mages of Neverwinter are involved, there may have been magic or demons involved in Gentry's death. But don't trust everything Sand says. He only knows about half of the story at any given time.
Okay. What about the King of Shadows you mentioned?
Oh, that? That was only the first thing that came into my head when Sand mentioned demons. The King of Shadows was some sorcerer, I believe. Had a number of demons and shadows at his beck and call. Not many tales left about that period of Neverwinter history, oddly enough. Haven't been demons anywhere near Neverwinter since the Troubles years ago, during the battles down south near West Harbor. That's why there's so many graveyards and battlefields along the southern road, and buried in the mare.
So, do you think the King of Shadows could return?
What, to kill Lord Gentry? Unlikely. I'm sure he'd have bigger plans than that, if he even existed in the first place. Don't trouble yourself over it. The matter in Black Lake is likely to sort itself out in time, and hopefully, they'll open the district again.
What do you know about Santa?
That little sharp-eared viper's got a wit to match, but he has his uses. And he's one of the only peddlers of charms and potions here in the docks, so he gets by.
Still don't understand why he couldn't afford that place in the Merchant Quarter. His potions are cheap, and they work.
If you need to use his alchemy workbench, or you're shopping for some minor magics, then he's a good one to see.
Okay. So, other questions?
What did you want to know?
I asked this and this and... Ooh, lot of trophies on the walls here?
Yep, a lot of stories hanging on these walls. Shed a lot of my own blood, and others in the past. Now it all goes into the flagon.
So you were an adventurer?
Well, if you can call it that. Me and some old friends, now gone, made quite a company along the coast. There were 5 of us to start, but by the end there was just me.
Okay. Any stories?
I could, but they wouldn't go anywhere. And there wouldn't be any tension in them, since you know I survived anyway. Now Dagon, he may have some tales for you. About your mother, too.
But he won't tell me. Yeah, what can you tell me about Dagon and my mother?
Only as much as Dagon allows. He keeps his past close, despite how it keeps everyone else from him.
But
I knew
he's
your
not
mother,
here.
though. I know you lost her early. Terrible tragedy. During that attack on the village. But that's really Dagon's place to say, not mine.
Aww.
What did you want to know?
Let me check once more. So let's try this. Can you tell me more about your adventuring days?
I could, but they wouldn't
Okay,
go
you're
any.
not
Now,
going to
Dagon,
tell me.
he may have some tales for
Okay,
you.
that's all I wanted to say. So guys, I am actually out of time for this episode, so I'm going to meet you again in the next one. So stay safe, stay tuned. I'll see you again. Bye bye.